Gorillas, rhinos, hippos, horses, elephants, what do they all have in common? They're all herbivorous and some of the strongest animals on the planet. Yet there seems to be this purveying misconception that vegans have a hard time accessing protein or that protein is only found in animal products. But the truth is that protein doesn't inherently come from animals, since the animals that we eat get their protein from plants.
Someone asked me, how could you get as strong as an ox without eating any meat? And my answer was, have you ever seen an ox eating meat?
My name's Chris. My YouTube channel is Young Gains, where I post about veganism, fitness, and nutrition, food stuff. Growing up, I was always very skinny and I was insecure about my body. So I started training in the summer of 2016. I weighed like 120 pounds, 115 pounds. And I started getting into like calisthenics stuff at home at my dad's gym. So average day of training, I'm doing a split where I'm doing calisthenics 3 days a week for my upper body. And then I'm going to my gym at my college campus to do legs. So I usually do like rings for my calisthenics days. So I'm doing like push-ups, pull-ups, I'm doing dips, rows and stuff of that nature. I just kind of prefer that right now because of COVID. I'd rather be doing stuff at home than going to the gym too much. And then when I'm at the gym, it's just doing some squats. It's my favorite exercise. So that's pretty much what I'm doing with training.
What is protein?
Protein is a substance that the body needs in order for your body to either grow, repair, and in that last resort, it can also be used as like an energy source. Protein is made up of amino acids, and these amino acids some of them are essential, so that means that the body can't produce them. So that means they must be derived from the diet. And the other ones are non-essential. So non-essential amino acids, your body can produce them naturally, so they don't have to get them from the diet.
So if I understand Dan correctly, there are 9 essential amino acids, and any food that contains all of them is considered a complete protein. Complete proteins can be found in animal products such as meat, dairy and eggs, but they can also be found in plant foods too, such as soy, quinoa, mycoprotein, seitan, tempeh, tofu, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, rice and beans, peanut butter sandwiches, hummus and pitta. So with these last few examples, you can see that we can match a couple together to get the complete protein.
I had some concern about what it would look like once I made the switch, but I started tracking my nutrients in an app called Chronometer, and tracking what I'm intaking every day. I see I'm hitting all my protein, my iron, fiber, vitamins, and after a while I was like, this is easy. I'm hitting all my nutrients with no problem. Predominantly like last fall, I was really into it every day, just weighing everything, putting it in Chronometer, and at the end of the day, all my essential amino acids are green in the RDA. So it just comes down to that. Eat a balanced diet, sufficient in calories, and you're going to get all your stuff. It's totally overblown, the fear about protein and amino acids.
So it sounds like people will get all of their amino acids just incidentally from what they eat. And according to Chris, it was easy to get all of his protein in a day, and in my experience, that's been true. So when people say that vegans can't get that much protein, what are they talking about?
With animal protein, about 90% of it's absorbed or undigested, and the rest is just excreted. Compared to like vegetable protein, where quite a lot is absorbed and digested. It's about 66%. So then you probably would have to adjust how much protein you have, as in eat more vegetable protein. Maybe not even a lot more, maybe like a bit more to counteract the loss in digestion.
Just be a bit more conscious about what you're eating.
Exactly.
But at the same time, there are certain health risks with consuming animal products, right? Off the top of my head, I'm not qualified to be talking here, but what I've read is there's increase in cancer, there's increase in stroke, mortality rates are higher, diabetes, all sorts of things.
Heart disease,
yeah, that's the biggest one, because there's no cholesterol in plant food, right?
I would easily say that vegetable protein is a lot healthier, because with like animal protein, you don't just get the protein, you get the saturated fat, you get all the extra sort of things which are added to protein, so things like hormones, that added to meat as well.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like vegetable protein is the safest option and healthiest.
Scientific and anecdotal evidence support the fact that vegans can get enough protein. So then what does an average day's food intake look like for an active vegan like Chris?
Yeah, so every day I start off with just a bowl of fruit. So typically it's grapes, a mandarin, either cantaloupe or pineapple. Afterward, I have some cereal with some soy milk and just like whole grain cereal. And afterward, I have a big bowl of oatmeal. It's roughly 1,000 calories. It just works for me.
Oh,
I've
wow.
been having
Okay.
having it every day. High carb meal to really make sure my energy levels are good for my workout. So then I usually work out, and then after I'm done, I have this post-workout smoothie with like banana, peanut butter, frozen berries, some vegetable powder, and it's really delicious, and it's just good time for me to get quick nutrients. You know, I don't have to eat. I just drink it, gobble it down. And then for dinner, it's like a set formula. So I start with an appetizer, which is like steamed veggies with peas and soybeans, and I'll season that up a little bit. And then after that, I'm on like a rotation where I'll make a bulk meal for a whole week to last me like a week, and then I'll just heat that up with like rice or like quinoa on the side. So the other day I made a chana masala with chickpeas. That's very good. And I'll also just throw a sweet potato in the oven, you know, and I just turn the oven on and forget, come back an hour later, and I just eat it raw. You know, it's very, very delicious. And I might have some nuts as well on the side to get some fat. So that's generally what I'm eating in a day.
It's surprising that this myth still exists, considering the fact that there are many vegetables with comparable or even higher amounts of protein. For example, broccoli has more protein than steak per calorie, and spinach is about equal to chicken or fish. A cup of black beans has 15 grams of protein, which is more than a chicken drumstick. A cup of lentils has 18 grams of protein, which is more than a hamburger. A cup of tempeh has a staggering 33 grams of protein, and soybeans are at 31, which are both more than a 4-ounce turkey burger. Not only that, but the animals we eat will have had to eat 2 kilograms of protein for every 1 kilogram that we consume from their flesh. You see, vegans get just as much protein as meat eaters. It's just that we choose not to filter ours through someone else's body. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty gross.
Since going vegan, I just noticed I never get stomach aches anymore. I never get headaches anymore. I tend to have more energy like throughout the day, and you know, my sleeping feels more consistent. And if I do slip up and I don't get enough sleep, I'm still able to like power through the day, which is something that wasn't the case before changing. I have plenty of energy during my workouts, and my bowel movements are really smooth. No more constipation ever. So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel great. 2 years strong.